welcome to another episode of Commander Fodder. So, in this week's episode, we have something from Urza's Destiny. I think that's right. Yeah. I always get the sets muddled up, the order. So you've got Urza's Saga, Urza's Legacy, and Urza's Destiny. So yeah, Urza's Destiny. So as always, I went on to MTGen, opened 6 virtual packs of Magic the Gathering boosters from the set, and this was in one of the rare slots. So I thought, well, let's give this a go. Now, something interesting I noticed when I was picking out the artwork in here is it was in the Commander 2017 deck, or in a Commander 2017 deck, which we're currently, I don't think we've got to yet. So I didn't plan that very well, unfortunately. I've already shot the video for particular art flip through. I think when this video goes out, the one that follows it is actually the Cat Tribal deck. But as part of the Commander 2017 flip through of artwork, we will get to the Human Wizard, or the Wizard Tribal deck, which is where this card's from. So yeah, that's really why I chose this, because I noticed that, oh, it's from that set. What was the Commander? Let's do it that way. So we have these two, and then I've just obviously put in the mana base in terms of basic lands. So let's look at this, see what they've been, and I'll explain what these cards are over here, because another thing I've not really experimented with before too much. I think I did maybe a combo last week, but this did come up, and I'll explain about it in a moment. But anyway, back to Apprentice Necromancer. 1 on the black, 1/1. Black, tap, sacrifice Apprentice Necromancer. Return target creature card from your graveyard to play. That creature gains haste. At the end of turn, sacrifice it. Inalia, Archmage Ritualist. It's 2 blue, black, red for a 4/5. Has Eminence. So when another non-token wizard enters the battlefield under your control, if Inalia, Archmage Ritualist is in the command zone or on the battlefield, you may pay 1. If you do, create a token that's a copy of a wizard. The token gains haste. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step. Tap 5 untap wizards you control. Target player loses 7 life. So that's our starting point. Now, when I was looking up Apprentice Necromancer on edhrec, to just cross-check and see, what other commanders did it suggest, beyond the fact that I'd chosen this one because it was in the same deck as this card for the Commander 2017 project. I noticed that these two were actually in a combo, and so then what I did was list the rest of the combo, which is Mana Echoes and Phyrexian Altar, and it's a infinite colourless mana, infinite ETB, infinite LTB, infinite death triggers, infinite sacrifice triggers combo. I won't go through the combo. There's about 8 steps before it repeats to get the combo. But the other thing I noticed, once I noticed this was a combo and then I added these two in, it turns out if you add Ashnod the Uncaring to the deck, which is a human artificer, that combos off with Apprentice Necromancer and Phyrexian Altar, which was one of the cards from the first combo, so we've got another combo, and then also these two cards combo with Blood Pet as well. So I put a Blood Pet in the deck. So the Phyrexian Altar and the Mana Echoes are already in there because of the first combo. Adding Phyrexian Altar, so then adding Ashnod makes another combo, and then adding Blood Pet makes a third, and all of those combos are again, infinite ETBs, infinite leaves the battlefield, death triggers, sacrifice triggers. They are slightly shorter. The Ashnod, Apprentice and Phyrexian Altar are, I think, 5 steps before you repeat, and the other one, which is the Ashnod the Uncaring, Apprentice Necromancer and Blood Pet, is also 5. Same sort of thing. So I'm going to include a link to that section of edhrec which lists the combos and how you do them. But what I wanted to do before I add them in, the reason why I've got them off here, is I wanted to see how much initially it distorted the algorithm. So we'll just have to make a mental note here of these recommendations. The artwork doesn't appear to be coming up for some reason. Not sure why that is. Let's just give it a go. It's thinking about things. It's thinking. Dean of Iteration, Azami. So these are all a lot of these are obviously going to be wizards or belong in a wizardy deck. So let's just go back, add in these combos. So this would go in as a creature. Blood Pet is also going to go in as a creature. Apprentice Necromancer is already in there. Phyrexian Altar is in as a artifact. Let me just, why is that not doing what I want it to do? Let me come back to that in a moment. Something very strange here. Enchantment. Okay, I don't get that. What am I doing wrong? Maybe strange. Doing something. I know I'm doing something really stupid here, but I'm just going to do it this way. It's already in my deck. Okay, I know it's already in my deck. Mana Echoes and Phyrexian Altar. Okay, let me add those back in. Okay, there we go. Fixed it that way. There's probably a cleaner way to do it, but I don't know. Something was clearly not right with the drop down. Like I said, probably something I was doing wrong. Okay. So we've got it in stacks, which is good. Oh, I know why. Yep. That could be the reason. I didn't sort by category. And I know that will sometimes affect it. So yeah, that's where I think I went wrong. let's go back in here. That's what it was. So yeah, it's just shuffled it around a little bit. So it hasn't majorly distorted it. So my guess is a lot of the commander decks that that are in the edhrec database probably have those combos in them. Like decks that are wizard tribal. So it's not necessarily going to pull it into another direction. So plenty of creatures. I'm going to just look at the land, I think, first of all. Oh, yes please, some wizards. We are going to need to fix for 3 colours here. So I suppose if I'd done my research I should have looked at the mana base in the Wizards deck for Commander 2017, but that would have been a bit of a cheat, I think. So I want to run interesting. Let's do that. So I'm just looking for the other ones that belong with this. Battlefield tapped unless you control. I think it's Dragonskull Summit. Shall I run all the... Decisions. Morphic Pool, Smoldering Marsh. Sunken Hollow. So we've got 2 or more opponents. Luxury suite. Morphic Pool. And then training centre. Yeah, why not? Right, now, after all that, I think that's the longest I've spent choosing the lands. Normally I forget. I'll do for the moment. Okay. Right. I suppose let's just do support cards first. So, well, call me Mr. Predictable. Let's just go for the signets. And not retreat. Yep, that's fine. So, what do we want? Well, it is a wizardy deck, so we should have wizardy things, shouldn't we? Like lots of spells, but let's just see what enchantments might be helpful here. Okay, so it's only picked 4. My god, that works. So does that. So does that. And so does that. Well, that was easy. Okay. A few sorceries, maybe. So we should get an interesting choices here. So with blue, black, red, so a removal is going to come through. Wow, not many choices suggested. Okay. Yeah, I should have a Demonic Tutor, that'd be good. Wizard cycling, Blasphemous Act, choose a creature type. Yep, that works. So Fat Blast, Reanimate, Kindred Dominance. Just see where I stand at the moment. 7 sorceries. Let's go with that for the moment. And here we go. So not surprisingly, Counterspell, Cyclonic Rift, Brainstorm, Terminate. This is great because of course, you know, red, black, blue. Okay. Ooh. And a mystical tutor if we want it. Dark Rift. We should have that. Vampiric Tutor. So lots of tutoring. And of course these charms are interesting. Yeah, that would be good. So 2 target creatures you control, then return those cards to the battlefield on their owner's control. bit of chaos here. Bit of chaos magic. Choose one. Okay. Going to add in some wizards, some wizard types, and then we'll probably come back to instants. Do I want any planeswalkers in the deck? Probably just wizards, eh? No planeswalkers for you. Okay, here we go. Make copies of wizards. It's always nice. Utility. A bit of wizard recursion. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your graveyard. May affect. Yeah, what's that in the deck? Shadow Mage Infiltrator. Of course, Seagate Oracle. Can put one in the head. Puppeteer Click. Yep, definitely very wizardy. Deck size 88. Okay, let's continue. So we now have slots for 12 cards. Anything I've forgotten here? So enchantments, yep, that's fine. Instants, 7 sorceries. Let's have another look at the instants that it might suggest now. Let's put that in. And go for the threat. Yeah. So 9 cards. Let's do creatures, shall we? So Venser. Bouncy. Cyclone Summoner ends because eternal permanence to the owner's. Oh yeah. Would you make search your library for another card with a credit? So CMC2 artifacts is my signets, interestingly enough, and a thought vessel. Oops. Yeah, what do I want to do? This is the question. Attacks the player with the most life or tied for most life, put on one counter. Each player loses a third of their life rounded up. Two or less. What do we like? So that does everything there down from there, and just those three. That might be worth it. Blessing. flying creatures. Okay. Did lose one card. Oh, look at the curve. Okay, so that's the deck. Let's run the playtester. But before I do that, let me export this. Actually, the other thing I need to do. Do I want to? Yeah, probably. So let me this and then export it again. So if I increase that, take that down, down, so double black. A little bit careful. So fortunately all the triples are in blue. Let's just export that again. Right. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. So what do we got here? You control, okay, that's fine. Let's see if 2 more opponents. So I do have 2 more opponents. Pretend. Even though we go fishing. Okay, we can get our Ristic Study out on turn 3. So let's do that. So we've got plenty of land, which is good. When does our commander come out? 5, turn 5, okay. So we might as well get this out and say wizard. Okay. Oh, there's our Bloodline Necromancer. Excuse my tummy. So we can cast this. And then lots of choices. That won't be able to come out till we have 7 mana. There's our Molten Echoes. So we're starting to see some interesting cards here now as well. So we can start getting stuff like that out. Yep, Dualcaster Mage. We don't have much red though, that's the only thing. So probably want to save that till we got some instants and sorceries in our graveyard. Yeah, that can we can reorganise the top. So let's just look at a few more draws. So yeah, okay, so our land's starting to appear now along with signets. Good. Okay. Let's try another hand. Right, Evolving Wilds and a mountain. See where we go with that. One mountain. We can counterspell at this. No, we can't. We need 2 blue, sorry. Okay. The red. Okay, so we can obviously need to hold back our Dualcaster Mage until we can do something with it. So at this point we would probably want to crack our Evolving Wilds. The question is, there's so much stuff here that needs 2 blue, so rather than go for black, search our library for an island. That comes into play tapped. And we have these anyway, so that's fine. Comes into play tapped. Okay, so now that's opening up a lot more possibilities, because now we've got more blue anyway. Oh, yeah, which is handy for this card. Get out Arcanis and so on. See how we go with a single mountain. Probably not very far. Oh, spoke too soon. And we do have a Demonic Tutor, so we could do that if we wanted to. But let's see where we end up. We've got a... Return target robot. Okay, well that's no good yet. So we are a little stuck if we don't tutor, because if we draw now, yeah, we're going to have to discard anyway if we don't tutor. So this hand doesn't look quite as good, although we've got a bit more land appearing. Let's try again. Getting a lot of 1 and 2 off hands here with land. Yeah. I mean, it's fine. It's difficult when you go fishing, but obviously if someone was playing out artifacts, I could do that to get rid of a pesky soul ring or something. Speaking of pesky soul rings, we're getting a bit stuck here. Yeah, so many of these have got abilities stapled to them that's really critical to when you cast them. That's the only thing you're going to have to be careful here. I'm tempted to, you know, if you're modifying the deck, run more cards where they stops you discarding because of your hand size. But that one certainly I can get out. Oh, a little better. Heuristic Study out. So yeah, this is coming out. Okay. So it wasn't quite as bad as I thought, but again, got some double back here. Well, okay, here. So it's really double blue we've got a problem with. Get our Shadow Mage Infiltrator out. Oh, there's our blue, so that's good. Yeah, again, a little bit slow. May have to rethink the mana base a little bit, but not in this episode. See now, okay, so now we've got 2 lands and a Terramorphic Expanse. Nice, okay, that's pretty good. Okay, that's a lot better. So we can Seagate Oracle, we've got Shadow Mage Infiltrator. We've now, this is online if we want it. Plus this helps out with stuff, gives us additional utility. We can cast Counterspell if we need to. Yep. So I think really so far there's been, although we've started off with like a low land counts, there's only been one, I think, hand where it was a real problem. Now this could be a problem. Well, I suppose we could have just played that out and it would have played out tapped anyway, so maybe I should have played that first. Yeah. Rift. Herald's Horn. Yep, get out. Got a Brainstorm. Oh, there's our Reliquary tap. Okay. Marchesa. Okay. One more test hand. Oh yeah, much better. Look at that. The other way around now, we've got what? A 5-hander, 5-lander. And all of the mana. The colours of mana as well. That's good, everything's castable. And if we keep going, what do we see? Yeah, it's not too bad actually. It was quite a good opening hand. Okay, I think I'll stop there. It's shown me all I need. So yeah, really with this, if I wanted to tweak it a bit more, maybe play around with the land base a little bit more. So we're playing 3 colours. But I suppose it's another, another theme of deck in terms of, you know, a wizard toolkit which you could put together. I mean, at the moment this is 399, so if you're building a toolkit just to experiment with, then sometimes it's nice to start off fairly cheap if it's something you don't want to do. I mean, the land base is pretty expensive. There's obviously some tap lands that we could put in over the other ones we've got here to make the deck cheaper. There's some expensive stuff in the enchantment section, one of which is our combo, and the other is Heuristic Study. Artifacts wise, is that part? What's the expensive thing in here? Oh, the Phyrexian Altar. Okay. There's probably other things that can do something similar to that, I suspect. Signets aren't too pricey. So yeah, it's mainly the altars. What's that? Herald's Horn. And creatures, well, 28 creatures for 55 bucks. Well, that averages out about, what, $2 a creature. So I suspect there's going to be a few here where they're quite pricey and the rest are fairly reasonable. Titan, Arcanis is pretty cheap. Ashnod. What's that one? I think we've only seen one so far, which price-wise you might want to take out. So the Spell Seeker and the Titan could come out to bring the price down a bit. But the rest of them are very reasonable. Oh, there's a Time Stream Navigator. That could come out. Yeah, so that would be actually not too bad to get the price down on. It would be in the creature section. Instance, well, of course, I suspect, yeah, Cyclonic Rift is where most of your money's invested. The rest of these are pretty cheap. What about that Ghostly Flicker? Yeah, no, that's good. And the Flame of Anor. Crosis Charm, yeah, Terminate, so yeah, not too much problem there. So really, I suppose, yeah, the land base you could make some savings in the creatures, the instance, couple of cards, and then some of these, you know, altars, pull them out. And the expensive one in here is the Heuristic Study and Mana Echoes, which is one of your combo pieces. So if you wanted to just get rid of the combo, you could, I suppose. Wouldn't matter. The sorceries, we didn't check through those. So it's going to be what, the Tutor, isn't it? I think that's going to, and the Reanimate. That's always historically been expensive. Step through. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure with red, black, red, black, blue, there's a lot of utility you could play instead of this, which would be fine in the deck if you wanted to get the price down. So yeah, lots of scope for budgetising the deck. Thanks once again for watching. Bye for now, and I will catch you in a future episode.